Hi everyone, today I thought I would do a Q&A. I would answer your questions about books and lockdown and life and everything, and I thought that instead of just sitting down and speaking to you, answering those questions, I would talk to you while I clear out my wardrobe. So if you're new here, my name is Jen. Hello, I am an author, and my husband and I recently moved places. We recently bought our first flat, and we haven't bought we bought one lamp. We haven't bought any new furniture for the flat yet. We were thinking about it. We wanted to take our time, and then lockdown happened, so we haven't bought anything. So everything that is here is stuff that we've either brought from our previous place or was left by the people who were renting this place before we bought it. The wardrobe is one of those things, and I actually quite like it for now. So this did have a big black plastic cover over the top, but now it's just an open wardrobe. So I have this wardrobe. I have a little drawer next to my bed where I keep my underwear and stuff. I have 3 boxes under my bed that look like these. They're old wine crates. So I've got one with my hats in, and when I say hats, I mean like the one I'm wearing right now, Baker Boy hats. I have one with woolly hats and scarves in, and then I'll not pick up the third one because you get the idea. The third one has my pajamas in, and then I have these jumpers, which were in a drawer. So I have got these boxes, a couple of boxes from our attic that is not an attic, but we call it an attic, that have my spring, summer clothes, and I want to put away, I mean, some of these are spring, summer clothes as well, because I wear them with tights in the winter and autumn, and then with bare legs in the summer. But I want to take out anything that is really wintry, put it in a box, put anything really summery on here, and just talk to you while I do that. Does that sound okay? I hope that sounds okay, because that's what we're doing today. Okay, one question was, what are your favorite snacks? Like craving snacks, not healthy snacks. So if you've been watching my Instagram stories or my recent videos, you will know that I have been channeling my stress into baking, and I have been enjoying that. And the thing that I have been craving the most, though I don't actually think I've put them in a video yet, and if you would like me to, I can, are drop scones. So drop scones are a little bit like American pancakes. So they're thicker, but they are small. So they're about that big. And they're really easy to make. You just quickly fry them, and then I put jam and butter on them, and they're great. So they're not really a pancake, and they're not really a scone. There's something beautiful in the middle of those two things. So let's start sorting. I'm going to make a pile of clothes that can go into the boxes once those have been emptied, and a pile for anything that needs to go to the charity shop once those are open again. I shouldn't have too many items to go to the charity shop, because every 6 months when I do this switch up, I go through everything and make sure that everything that's in my wardrobe I would like to be there, and I've been trying to buy fewer things as well. So let's go. This is a jumper I'm going to keep out because it's very spring-like. Jean got me this for Christmas. So it's a jumper that she got from a charity shop, and then she stitched a eucalyptus plant on it, which I think is so cute. Okay, so I'm going to put this here because it can hang up in a minute. Oh, here is a relevant question. Someone asked, you always wear such colourful clothes. Do you have a favourite colour? Yes, I do have a favourite colour, and I think it's this. Which is very helpfully inside out. Let me rectify that a second. This. I think this colour green is my favourite colour. I've had a few questions recently about floral dresses, because I have 3 of them. This one, and this one. And where they're from. I would recommend checking out Poppy Days, who is a blogger. You may be familiar with her. She has a whole page on her website dedicated to floral midi dresses. So go and take a look. Oh, fun fact, this is what I got married in. This is a jumpsuit that I got married in, and it is, as I'm filming this, it is our 2-year wedding anniversary tomorrow. Maybe I will wear this in honour, just, you know, around the house. I think I actually will, you know, now that I've said that. Oh, these on the end, these are where I keep my headscarves. So if you're new here, I have alopecia, which is why I have so many hats and beanies, and I tend to wear in the summer beanies with a headscarf, and this is a way that I store them. I just tie them along a hanger, and I quite like the aesthetic of them in this open wardrobe actually. I think they look quite pretty. I really love this shirt dress. I wore it to the Yule Ball at the Warner Brothers Studios, which I wasn't invited to it, that's a lie. Lena was invited and took me as her date, and I felt very special. I didn't buy it specifically for that occasion, but I thought it was quite celebratory, Wizarding Robe, Ravenclaw-esque. So yes, and then this one is very autumn, so into the box it goes. Okay, so we've reached the dungarees section of the wardrobe. I think these ones should probably stay out because they're very summery and very lightweight as well. So I have some dungarees that are corduroy, and I'll probably put most of those away, but then these ones are cotton, so I'm going to keep these out. Most of my dungarees, if I don't mention otherwise, they are from Lucy and Yak, who are an amazing company, and I love them very much. Oh, and I think just for transparency, these dungarees, which are denim dungarees, are from Lucy and Yak and are gifted, and then this dress here is from Toast, and that was also gifted because I run their book club and we're doing online events at the moment, and I'm gonna wear Toast clothes for that event. Everything else in my wardrobe I've bought myself, so I'm just mentioning that for transparency. But yeah, these definitely need to stay in there. Margaret asks, do you keep your TBR books separate from your read books? I do not. So some of my books are in the attic that is not actually an attic because I need to buy another bookcase, but I obviously can't do that at the moment. So I have 2/3 of my books here. So to the right of the camera here we have some non-fiction, short stories, and the end of the alphabet of fiction. Over there we have the middle of the alphabet, and then on the far wall we've got poetry and other non-fiction as well. So all of my books A to H, as well as some of my clothbound classics and other books that were on top of bookcases, are currently in boxes. But no, I do not separate my read books from my unread books. I was asked, Jen, did you find a suitable craft hobby to try out? I have not, but to be honest, I have not tried that hard. Baking has been my craftiness recently, but I do have a video planned where I would like to make biscuits and decorate them as book covers, and I have a feeling I'm going to be terrible at it, and it will be hilarious. So that will be a video coming either this week or next week as a craft that I am going to try. How cool is this pinafore? This is from Run and Fly, and it has dinosaurs on, and I like to wear it when I'm doing bookshop events because it's a great way to win over toddlers. I think this is one for Charity Shop. It is really lovely. So it's a body, and I've been wearing it underneath dungarees, but it is very gaping. You do need to wear a vest top underneath, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like I should be in a Madonna video whenever I wear it, and not in a good way. And I do love Madonna, so I think I'm gonna say thank you, but goodbye to that. If you didn't live in London, where would you live? I don't know, but probably by the sea. I really miss the sea. I miss it so much. Who are 3 of your favourite authors? Ali Smith, Michelle Faber, Jeanette Winterson. Next question is a cute one. It says, how do you, Jean and Sana, know each other? So in 2014, when my 4th book, the bookshop book, was about to come out, I was messaging booktubers to ask if they would like to review my new book. It wasn't something that publishers were doing on their own yet, reaching out to online book vloggers, but I loved booktube, so I wanted to reach out myself, and I was researching, not just emailing people out of the blue, but was researching people who'd already reviewed my previous books, and I found Jean because she had reviewed 2 of my previous books. So I messaged her to say, I see that you like my work, would you like a copy of my new book? And she replied saying, oh my god, yes, I would love that. And yeah, we just got to talking, and now we're like best friends. That was 6 whole years ago, and then about 6 months after that I started a booktube channel of my own, and I met Sana around that time, she was very supportive of new people coming into the BookTube community, and we filmed a video together, which was really sweet. And I think one of the first times I ever met her was at a press showing of The Railway Children, a theatre production at King's Cross that had a real steam engine and everything, and it was amazing. I basically live, I know I'm not doing it today, but normally I live in long-sleeved bodies, so things with poppers underneath, and dungarees. And I know that I'm gonna still need long-sleeved stuff because it's not magically just gonna get really hot, but I'm gonna put away the darker shades and keep these two, the light grey and the green. This is depressing. Does anyone have one of these in their wardrobe? It is literally a funeral dress. That's the only thing that I wear it for. I'm not sure, I should just, maybe I should put it somewhere out of sight because it's not something that we need to look at all the time, because that's just a bit depressing. This one made me laugh. Do you and Mr. M ever get tired of each other now that you're spending all of this time together? So as I'm filming this, this is week 7 for us in lockdown in our 1-bedroom flat. And we only go out for our 45-minute walk at 5 a.m. We don't go to grocery stores, and our walks are together too. So literally we are together all of the time. My answer is no. Should we find out what his answer is?
Not really.
Oh, good. Excellent.
In fact, I seem to get irritated when I don't see enough of you, which seems weird, but...
He does. He was complaining the other day that he hadn't seen me much one day. What was I doing?
Oh, probably something like this.
Probably something like this. I was probably filming a video. That's sweet.
You're depriving me of Jen to other people.
Yeah, there you go. I love these corduroy trousers. I got them in Japan, but they are definitely more wintry. And when I haven't been living in dungarees, I've been living in these, which are from Lucy and Yak as well. And they are so stretchy and so comfortable. They're called their, oh, what are they called? Oh, I think they're called their Alexa trousers. So I have them in this colour, in this, and also in bright orange. So I think I'm going to put the grey ones away and keep the bright orange and blue ones out. These are also a favourite. I got these in the Thought, they're a sustainable clothing company, the Thought sale for I think £25. And given that I can't be outside, I would like to dress as a garden. I think that is now my life goal, is to just dress like the outdoors. So yes, during lockdown, Mr. M and I are not getting sick of each other. And someone did ask actually, what is a pro of lockdown? And I guess that would be it, that we're getting to spend more time together. But honestly, trying to think of pros to lockdown makes me want to cry. I don't think that it's necessary to try and find the positives all the time. So if you're struggling to do that too, I am with you. It's okay just to sit with the fact that it's not great. Oh, Samantha says, when isolation Samantha says, when isolation / lockdown ends, is there any lifestyle change that you have made that you'll continue? I would like to continue, not every day, but doing early morning walks some of the time, because I've really loved exploring the wood near where we live at that time of day, because there's so much more wildlife. If you've been following my Instagram stories, you will know that we've made friends with the fox, who we see nearly every single morning, and he's been coming closer and closer to us every day. And it's been really lovely, and practically I don't think it's something that we could do all the time, but it is something that I would consider doing definitely more of, and in a way I would feel like, I know this is really silly, but I would feel like I was abandoning the fox if I never went back. So I would like to keep going. Mr. M said, he's going to grow up and forget all about you, and I was like, that's true. That is what's going to happen. It's going to be so sad. Someone else says, what are you most looking forward to when lockdown ends? I don't know. I find this question quite tricky because I fall into a more vulnerable category. I'm going to be restricted, Mr. M too, because of me, my movement is probably going to be restricted quite a bit longer than most people's is. I mean, they haven't announced the rules on that yet, but they have hinted that they will do it by age group and by health and location. So they did say that they thought that vulnerable people would be asked to be in more confined spaces for up to a year to 18 months. So that's something I'm trying not to think about too much. Also, everyone's lockdown is different. Everyone's going through different things. People were going through difficult and different things before lockdown happened, and that means that lockdown has impacted them in different ways. It's overwhelming and difficult to unpack. Mr. M and I, for example, were supposed to start IVF this summer. That's not happening, obviously, because IVF is not happening. I don't know when it will reopen, and then when it does, when I'll be allowed to do it because I'm in the vulnerable category, and then whether funding will still be there for it because of everything the healthcare system is going through right now. Like, there are so many things that are going on just outside of the obvious, and it's quite difficult to navigate. And I'm going slightly off on a tangent here, but bear with me. I don't know. I mean, I know that I've spoken on here before about having a disability, a disfigurement, and growing up with the anxiety of being in hospital so much and so many operations. And I feel like lockdown, and this will be true for so many people, I'm not just saying it's just little old me, it's just something that I've been thinking about. I feel like I've seen a lot of indignation from people about their right to certainty being taken away from them, and that's what they're finding hard, that they had planned so much in their life. You know, maybe they were going to move house, or they just started a new job, or they wanted to travel, or they're missing out on XYZ. It could be like a huge thing, or it could be a little thing, and we're all allowed to be upset about all of these things. But that's just not my experience of lockdown. My indignation is not about that certainty being taken away from me, because I never felt like I had that certainty to begin with. I have lived my life with such a lack of certainty with regard to so many different things that this feels weirdly familiar. I did write about this in more depth actually over on Instagram, so I will link that down below, just because if I talk about it here, I may cry. And I don't particularly want to do that today. So if you would like to read it, I'll link it down below. It also has a nice fox story in it, which warms my heart. Okay, let's get stuff out of boxes. Okay, we have some shorts. Shorts can go under the bed. I'm gonna put them in the box that had my woolly hats and scarves in, because hopefully I will not need these anymore. Someone asked me what my thoughts are on the Women's Prize shortlist. I love the Women's Prize shortlist. If you haven't seen it, it is Girl, Woman, Other. Let's see if I can remember. Weather, The Mirror and the Light, Hamnet, Dominicana, and what's number 6? Like a quiz to myself. What is number 6? I bet you're all shouting it at the screen. I'm gonna have to Google it, and I really don't want to. Oh, 1,000 Ships by Natalie Haynes. I'm really annoyed that I had to Google that. So yeah, I'm really excited about it. I've only read Hamlet so far, but I will be reading all of them to review. And because they're not announcing the winner until September now, I do plan to read the whole Cromwell trilogy. So Wolf Hall, Bring Up the Bodies, and The Mirror and the Light, which is a lot of pages. Question, is anyone wearing jeans in lockdown? I haven't worn jeans in so long, and these are skinny jeans as well. I think I might just put them in the cupboard because I have no desire, no desire right now. What music have you all been listening to recently? Because I feel like more so than usual, I've been reverting to music I listened to as a teenager. I'm not sure if I just want angsty music. I've been listening to so much Lifehouse, it's ridiculous. Flowers, summer dungarees. Is this a category that people have in their wardrobes, summer dungarees? These are dungaree shorts, which are really cute. And they are a mustard colour. And then I have these 2 pairs of dungarees, which are both, well, all 3 of these are from Lucy and Yak. These are their Lunar cut, I think, which means that they are very low, So you have to be careful what you're wearing, because you may, I don't know, I've been known to show my underwear, which I don't particularly care about, but if that's something you care about, bear that in mind. So yeah, really difficult to show, bright blue, and then this lilac, and it's a really, really thin material as well, so it's great for when it's really warm. These may need, I was going to say an iron. I don't have an iron, but I do have one of those handheld steamers, so they might need a go on that later. But to be frank, I can't be bothered to do that today. So that is a task for another time. I think this definitely will need a steam. Is crinkled a look? Okay, let's have a few more questions. Someone says, what's your favourite childhood memory? I don't know, actually. And most of my memories are tied up with hospital stuff, which is not very happy. Though I remember being allowed, I used to wear splints at night to encourage my hands to grow in a certain way. And I remember, because when I went to my physio, she asked me if I wanted pink Velcro on them or blue Velcro. Guessing that I was going to say pink because I'm a girl, but I said I couldn't decide, so I had pink on one and blue on the other, and it felt like even though I was 7, I was doing some kind of huge thing against the patriarchy. That was quite fun. Non-hospital things, playing Bugsy Malone in school play when I was 11. That was really cool. Recs for shows that you watch. Recently we have watched Quiz, which is an ITV documentary about the man who was accused of cheating on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and Michael Sheen plays Chris Tarrant, and he's amazing at it. I don't really understand because he looks nothing like Chris Tarrant, but he manages to embody him. It's really fun. Someone asked me, very on brand, even though I didn't say that I was going to be clearing up my wardrobe when I was filming this Q&A, what are your top 3 favourite clothing brands? So I love Thought. It's where I buy all of my socks from, and that's where these trousers are from as well. Lucy and Yak, obviously, and also I really do have a soft spot for Run and Fly, who do these really fun, basically companies that do sustainable childlike clothing but for adults. Do I wear it?
Yeah.
It's more like a beach cover-up, really, isn't it?
Well, maybe it looks better on. I mean, at the moment it looks a bit like clown trousers or something.
That's exactly why I love it. I wore this in a video once, and then lots of people said they were concerned that I was leaving BookTube. I'm not, don't worry. I just like the t-shirt. Okay, I think this is it done. Ta-da! So we've got headscarves here, followed by cardigan, dresses and jumpsuits, dungarees, jumpers, t-shirts, a couple of pairs of trousers, and 2 skirts. And that's everything. And let's finish with one final question. Someone asked me, is there one book that I have given to a charity shop or otherwise donated or gifted to a friend and have regretted? I swear I had a copy of Pride and Prejudice. I must have done, but I can't find it anywhere. It may be that it's hidden away in the attic that's not really an attic, but I cannot find it. So I have bought a new copy from Katie, who runs Storytellers Inc., which is a bookshop that I love, and that is being posted to me. And when it arrives, I'm going to be reading that on Instagram Live every day. I thought it would be a nice thing. Come and chill out together for half an hour every day, and I will read you Pride and Prejudice. So as soon as that arrives in the post, I will be doing that over on Instagram. So if you would like to join me, that would be lovely. Also, the day that I am uploading this, I am doing an Instagram Live over on the Toast Instagram feed with Maggie O'Farrell tomorrow on the 28th of April. So if you're watching this the day it goes up, I'll link their Instagram feed down below, and you can set a reminder and come and join us if you would like to. If you're watching this after, I will link the IGTV down below, because they're going to be saving the live so that you can watch it whenever you like. So thank you for joining me while I got this task done. I'm going to put all of the jumpers into boxes now and shove them into the cupboard. And yeah, I always get excited when I have a switch over of my wardrobe, because I've got some favourite things out of a box that I get to wear again, even if I only get to wear them inside. I hope you're all having an okay week. I love you all very much, and I'll speak to you very soon. Lots of love.